Good day, dear students. Our topic for today is all about the respiratory system. This is your teacher, Andrew M. Famero, Instructor 1 of Romblon State University, Laboratory Science High School. The respiratory system is the system in the human body that enables us to breathe. Respiration, also known as breathing, is the process which delivers oxygen from the external atmosphere to the body and removes the carbon dioxide from the body and expels out. The parts of the respiratory system are, it can be seen in your screen. We have the nasal cavity, the oral cavity, the tongue, the epiglottis, the larynx, the trachea, the bronchus, the left lung, the pleura, and the diaphragm. The nostrils is the nose are involved in air intake. They bring air into the nose where air is warmed and humidified. The tiny hairs called cilia filters out dust and other particles present in the air and protects the nasal passages and other regions of the respiratory tract. The next part of the respiratory system is the pharynx. It is a tubular structure positioned behind the oral and nasal cavities that allows air to pass from the mouth to the lungs. The pharynx contains three parts: the nasopharynx. It connects the upper part of the throat with the nasal cavity. The oropharynx, positioned between the top of the epiglottis and the soft palate, and the laryngopharynx, located below the epiglottis. The larynx, or the voice box, is part of the respiratory tract that has two functions. It is the passageway of air to enter to the lungs. It also helps regulate the flow of air. The epiglottis is a flap-like cartilage structure contained in the larynx that protects the trachea against food aspiration. The trachea, or the windpipe, it is a C-shaped cartilaginous ring tube that connects the throat to the bronchi. It filters the air we inhale and branches into the bronchi. The lungs. The lungs are the main organ of the respiratory system. It is the site of oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange, or it is the site where the red blood cells present in the blood picks up the oxygen and carry and distribute the oxygen to all body cells that need it. The red blood cells donate the oxygen to the cells and picks up by the carbon dioxide produced by the cells. The bronchi allow the passage of air to the lungs. The trachea is made of C-shaped ring, cartilaginous, that divides into the right and left bronchus. So the bronchus is also connected to the trachea. It has two parts, the left main bronchus and the right main bronchus. The right main bronchus is shorter and wider than the left main bronchus. The bronchiole, or the smaller bronchus, it ends in the pulmonary alveolus. The alveoli, or alveolus singular, is the tiny sac-like structure present in the lungs where gas exchange takes place. It is the smallest unit of the respiratory system. The diaphragm is another part of the respiratory system. It is a respiratory muscle. It begins with a dome-shaped muscle. Breathing begins with a dome-shaped muscle located at the bottom of the lungs, which is called the diaphragm. When we breathe, the diaphragm contracts and flatten out and pull downward due to this movement. The space in the lungs increases and pulls air into the lungs. When we breathe out, the diaphragm expands and reduces the amount of space for lungs and forces out the air. So here is the act of breathing, or the mechanism of breathing. I will show you also a video afterwards regarding the exchange of gases, or the mechanics of breathing. So you can see after this presentation. Okay, now you have seen the mechanics of breathing. To summarize it, or to sum it up, inhalation is the intake of air into the lungs through expansion of chest volume. During inhalation, the diaphragm contracts and chest expands. Exhalation is the expulsion of air from the lungs through contraction of chest. During exhalation, diaphragm relaxes, chest contracts, and air flows out. Okay, let's go to the diseases and disorders of respiratory system. These are only common diseases. Okay, asthma. Actually, we have 4: asthma, bronchitis, emphysema, actually 3, and the other are also common. But asthma, bronchitis, and emphysema are called chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases. Asthma is a common disease characterized by wheezing and narrowing of the passages of the respiratory system, and there is also shortness of breath. This is an allergic reaction to temperature or cold season, and this is also mostly caused by allergens. So the best way to prevent asthma is to avoid allergens. So bronchitis is the inflammation of bronchus. When we read the word itis, it means inflammation. So there are two kinds: acute and the chronic bronchitis. Chronic bronchitis is usually cigarette smoking due to cigarette smoking, air pollution, and emphysema, while acute is only caused by bacteria or viruses. Emphysema, this means the air in the alveolus or in the air sacs went out, going to the tissues of the body. So the surface area for exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide of the lungs are damaged, or the air sacs are damaged. So this is common to smokers also. The cause of emphysema has a relationship with smoking. Pneumonia, or the inflammation of the lungs. This is also a common disease. Many people are suffering from pneumonia because of inflamed lungs due to bacteria or the pneumococcus bacteria. Okay, so TB or tuberculosis is an infectious disease caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis, characterized by formation of nodular lesions in the tissues. So in order to prevent tuberculosis, we should eat more foods and don't smoke. Don't smoke. We should eat a balanced diet, and we should not smoke or drink. And to isolate yourself if there is somebody who has tuberculosis. But nowadays, TB is very curable. Okay, the trending disease of today, the COVID. So it is an infectious disease caused by SARS, or severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, or SARS-CoV-2. So we all know that it is spread from an infected person's mouth or nose, or in small liquid particles during coughing, sneezing, or singing or speaking. It is necessary to practice social distancing and strict respiratory etiquette to prevent the spread. So we all know the health protocol. So let's follow in order to prevent SARS. Aside from those mentioned common diseases, we have also allergic rhinitis or sinusitis, but it is also common. So we go to some preventive tips to avoid respiratory diseases. As what I have told you, don't smoke and drink, eat balanced diet, avoid inhaling pollutants, wear mask if somebody is sick, cover your nose when sneezing, maintain social distancing, or do not stay close if someone is sick. Wash always hands and don't touch your eyes and nose and mouth. Have a vaccination shot of flu, pneumonia, and COVID-19. So those are some preventive tips to avoid respiratory diseases. Okay, so this is all. Thank you, and may you have learned many more in my video presentation, and you can rewind my presentation if it is quite fast. Thank you, students. Goodbye. Bye-bye.